4 p.m. on the dot. I'm GOUWAH Solomon. Welcome to Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. Channel 347 is where you need to be. If you live streaming, please click on www.itvnetworks.tv and you can watch us and listen to us wherever you are in the world via audio stream and wherever you have Wi-Fi and internet. Please do stay with us for the next hour as we update you on what's happening with COVID-19 and also enlighten you on what to do during the time that you are in lockdown, whether it's exercise and nutrition. We have experts online with us today joining us, and please don't forget to interact via our WhatsApp line. We love how you send us questions, motivations, constructive criticisms as well. So in today's show, we have the IMA hashtag immune booster, my immune booster, and they're saying eat a balanced diet and lots of greens, drink enough water, at least 8 cups of water, start a daily exercise routine, and we'll find out all about that when we chat to Mo a little bit later on, and then get your kids involved. Get them involved in setting up healthy menus, an exercise routine, get them involved in every way, and be safe, stay home. That is what all our doctors are saying. We'll play our doctor's message from the IMA a little bit later on. A big thank you to Dr. Riaz Ismail for this part of the IMA slogan. Lockdown day 12 we are in, and hashtag my immune booster. Shukran so much to him. So quickly, before we start off with Mo and his expertise and advising us on what to do during this time of lockdown with regards to exercise, keeping fit, have a look at the simple body weight exercises.
Get started on your fitness routine with these beginner exercises that can be done anywhere. Step-ups. Step up with your right foot, then left, so both feet are firmly on the stool. Step down with your right foot first, then left. Russian twists. Sit with your knees bent and hands together. Lean back. Twist your torso left. Twist to center. Repeat on your right. Push-ups. Get into plank position. Keep your core engaged and elbows close to your body. Lower yourself till your chest almost touches the floor. Push up while exhaling. Tough. Rest your knees and feet on the ground for better stability. Newbies can start with wall push-ups. Go for more sets as you get stronger.
Making healthy easier. There you have it. And remember, any of the links, the videos, the advice that we have today on any of our Health Matters COVID-19 Extra show, send us a WhatsApp and we'll send that through to you. And don't forget to send through your questions as we interview dietitian a little bit later on what is the go-to during this time of lockdown and possibly if you are COVID-19 positive. So now let's link up with Mohammed Kasim, Mo Kasim, better known as Mo, fitness and life coach, founder of Motivation. Assalamu alaikum to you, Mo. How are you doing?
Walaikum salam. I'm doing well, and yourself?
Great stuff. Good, alhamdulillah. And I think whenever you're on, we always get motivated, well motivated. The sun is out there, so I'm sure you're getting your vitamin D.
Yeah, it's very important to actually get out of the house a bit, just to get some sunlight. You know what, 10 minutes of sunlight can give you the best possible sleep that you need at night as well. Just releasing all the proper hormones that need to be released in that while you're sleeping. And in order to do that, we need to get the sunlight. And in order to do that, we need to be able to get the full benefit of our day.
Okay, so tell us, what are the basics that we need to practice at least during lockdown?
I think the most important thing is our mental health, of course, right? But in order to get our mental health right, we need to be physically active and we need to get good rest as well. So things like sitting on the sofa the entire day or staying up till late at night because you don't have to go to work in the morning, those things should be eliminated completely out of your system. Yeah. You need to treat these 21 days as if it was a normal day. You need to treat these 21 days with a system. You need to wake up at the exact same time you were waking up. You need to do the same things that you were doing. Yes, I know you can't get to the gym, but then that's where we come in to help you with all these routines and that will help you get active at home and be able to exercise at home. I mean, of course, the body is a machine that was meant to move, So we don't want to be sitting still. And if we're going to be sitting on the sofa the whole day and sleeping till odd hours of the day, we're really going to feel lethargic. We're going to feel mentally tired. We're going to feel physically exhausted as well. So the whole thing, I think, is to just keep the same system that you had prior to lockdown and carry it over into your life. If you were waking up at 6 a.m., wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Even if you don't have work to do, you will find things to do. You can educate yourself. You can learn something new. You can get into a new exercise regime that you never thought you could do before. I mean, I've been lifting weights for 20 years, and now I've been locked down where I don't have any weights at home. And I'm finding these new ways that my body can work and these new things that I can do to allow my body to keep on moving and to keep on exercising.
What do we need to know, Mo, with regards to lockdown? What can we do and what can't we do?
So with regards to lockdown, we've got to listen to our healthcare professionals, and really a big shout out to them. Thank you so much for putting your lives at risk and really doing the most amazing job that you're doing. Look, it's a simple thing. Stay at home. Just stay home. Unless it's bare necessities where you have to go out somewhere and get something, like your food stuff or your grocery things, stay at home. Listen, coronavirus, the COVID-19 cannot come into your home unless you bring it into your home, right? So stay at home. It's the safest place to be. Everyone wanted a longer weekend, right? We've got it now. We've got 21 days of a longer weekend. So why not enjoy it?
So people are still asking, can I go out for a walk? Can I, go around the block? You're saying stay at home. So is it safe even to not walk outside?
No, you should not be going around the block on the street. If you have a little driveway, yes, stay in your driveway. If you have a little garden, stay in your garden. If you are in an apartment building, maybe walk around the apartment building. But you know what? Try not to go outside. We really want to obey the rules of the government so that this can get over a lot quicker. If we are not going to obey the rules, then this is going to take longer to get over. So, like I say, stay home and stay safe there.
So we know there are lots of things to do. We're going to Google some advice, and we've got some lovely videos up. Tell us what we can do with regards to our children. How can we get them involved in exercise routine?
So the exercises you're going to be doing at home, like you showed in the video before, it's a lot of body weight exercises because, not a lot of us have access to home gyms or big weights at home or any weights at home for that matter. So what's nice with body weight exercises is we can get the whole family involved and we can start these little games. How many push-ups can you do and how many sit-ups can you do? And you start this little competition and you put up a little board. Or what was nice I saw the other day where someone actually this function type of thing. And you spin the wheel, and on that wheel, it gives you an exercise to do, and as a family, you try and do it. So if it's your turn to do it, you go up, you spin the wheel, you get the points for doing it. If you can't do it, your points get deducted. So you've turned exercise into a fun game with the family, because we're all looking for things to do with the kids. We're all looking for things to do with the family. So being a bit creative, going on YouTube, looking at a bit of things you can do, and that the kids can do with you as well, things like push-ups and sit-ups and step-ups and squats. These are exercises that every human being, no matter what the age is, they are able to do these exercises. The variations might change. Like you showed there earlier, the wall push-ups for a lady.
So we are limited.
Men, or you can be on your knees, or whatever it may be.
We are limited with equipment. We're so used to going to the gym and actually using all of the equipment at the gym. What can we use that is at home as possible weights? Because we can't even buy weights when going out for essential goods.
So I know we've gone out for essential goods, and I know a lot of people have stockpiled on a lot of things. So a few badmintons are not a bad idea. That's going to hold some weight. Maybe a bit of maybe a packet of flour or a packet of rice. All these things hold weight. So we can actually become innovative with it, and in that way we can actually have fun with all these things in the house, being able to do a full exercise regime with them at the same time as knowing that they are there for your essential goods.
Okay, so I've seen in one of the exercises that we just showed the video of the step stool. Is that something also we can use if we don't have a step stool, any chair that we can possibly use?
Yeah, we can use a chair, and that's just when it comes to using chairs and other pieces of furniture in the house, just make sure that it's stable before you do this. The last thing that we want is anyone getting injured at home in this time of crisis where the doctors are so occupied in that as well. So it needs to be safe, it needs to be secure, make sure everything's out of the way. If the chair is safe, you're more than welcome to step up on the chair. Otherwise, just to perform a normal lunge where it's the same muscles that are being worked, the muscle group's exactly the same. So a small lungeonette if you don't have any stable chairs to step up on.
So we've all learned now how to use Zoom. I know there's Skype, but technique savvy or not, we had unfortunately needed to learn how to use Zoom because it is a more cost-effective way to connect to friends and family and even classes that you want to attend. Are there any Zoom classes that you know of that you could recommend to people and good, reputable sites to go to?
I'm not sure of the exact Zoom classes as yet. I run a few with the clients who normally come with me at to the gym as well. But of course,
Okay.
As trainers, we want to perfect our craft. And the most important thing is to make sure that we are doing everything to the best of our capabilities. So to us, Zoom classes are also new. So a lot of us are just starting out with these Zoom classes just to test how it works in it. But I mean, besides Zoom classes, there's enough videos. I mean, there's ample videos on YouTube that shows you home exercises, especially now where the whole world is in lockdown.
Yes.
There's these videos of unbelievable exercises, things I would never have even thought of that are out there. And really, it's targeting muscles that I even forgot about. And I promise you, everybody can have fun doing it.
So we know that there's a certain group of people that are definitely more at risk for COVID-19 and they are probably used to going for their walks and, you know, being at least up and about out of the house. What about them with the chronic illnesses, heart conditions that actually need to go for regular walks?
So you don't just need to do a walk to get your heart rate up. I mean, you can do just a few small squats and it will get your heart rate up as well.
Okay.
But if you're feeling a bit claustrophobic in that, I'm sure you have a driveway. Make sure that you're not further than 5 to 10 meters away from your home. And unfortunately, you're going to have to just go up and down again. And I know it gets a bit monotonous and everyone wants to open. But in the bigger scheme of things, it's much safer for us just to stay at home, just for these 21 days, so that everything can, I mean, we can flatten that curve and the world can go back to normal. I don't know how normal is the world going to be after this, but the world can go back to as normal as it could possibly be.
You're a motivational speaker as well. Please leave us with some good words to go ahead.
We are adaptation machines. Human beings are adaptation machines. And that is something every single one of us need to understand. That no matter which way the world goes from here, we will adapt to it. We will evolve with it, and we will always be the best versions of ourselves.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much, Mo Kasim, motivational speaker and our fitness expert for today, life coach. We appreciate your time. Always ready and available for ITV. Jazakallah. Keep well and enjoy your vitamin D.
You as well. Enjoy. Stay safe.
There we go. So all those that is WhatsApp and send requests for exercise videos, we will send that through to you shortly. We'll get on that. But please stay with us as we continue our conversation on exercise and nutrition on Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome back to Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. I'm GOUWAH Solomon. Remember, you can link up with us either via our WhatsApp line, our Twitter page, Instagram, and you can always watch the shows that you have missed on ITV Networks on YouTube channel. So for now, we're going to be updating you on what is nutritionally good for you with wellness coach Nasima Laha. She joins us online. Assalamu alaikum to you, Nasima.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to all the viewers as well of ITV. Thank you for having me today.
Jazakallah for your time. So can we kick off with our first question of interest with regards to understanding the relationship between nutrition and your immunity?
Okay, one of the most important things is these days we're hearing a lot about people speaking about boosting immune systems and a lot of people speaking about different type of immune boosters that they need to buy and they need to use. But one of the biggest things that people fail to realize that is everything starts off with the nutrition. What you eat is what you put in your body, is what you get out. So most importantly, a healthy immune system starts off with healthy nutrition. For example, for me, the most important thing is what are you putting in at breakfast? When we look at the circle of nutrition and immune health, one of the biggest things that we realize is we need to give our bodies in a certain amount, for example, 30% protein, 30% fat, and 40% of carbs. And then obviously you have your vitamins and minerals, you have your phytonutrients, which is your fruit, the different colors that you would need for different things in your body, your exercise. The person before me, Mo, that spoke, he touched very well on exercise, because that was one of the things I was also going to speak about. But I see it ties in so well when he said that your body is a powerful machine, and this is so important. We fail to realize, I always make this analogy of a lawnmower or any sort of machinery. When you are using it, it is one machine that is powerful. And what you put in is what it's going to help with and give out after that. If you oil it properly, if you give it the proper, for example, if you need diesel, you add diesel. If you need oil, you can't add diesel to it. The same thing with your body. It needs proportionate amounts of your proteins. It needs your macronutrients, your micronutrients, your fiber. It needs sleep. It needs exercise. So it's very, very important. Protein alone, if you look at it, the word protein comes from the word protos, meaning first. It's the first nutrient that your body would ever need. For protein is an essential component of the cells in your body, and it also helps in immune boosting as well. So if you put in good quality protein in your body, it will result in a good quality body. Athletes would need a certain amount more. Different people, sedentary lifestyles, will need a bit less. So at the end of the day, it's not a one size fits all, but it is a requirement for every single person. The same with fats. A lot of time we speak about fats and people say, yeah, but I don't do fats. But we never ever think that healthy fats are actually part of building a healthy immune system. And healthy fats, for example, your fish. We're talking of COVID-19. We know all these are not easily accessible now, but there's a lot that we could buy and store in our home, like your avos, your seeds, the things, your flax seed. These are all the healthy things that we could use.
Sort of looking at and understanding the data that has been given to us with regards to COVID-19, nothing is really out there that we can know and we can actually measure. So what are some examples that you can give us with regards to, some existing evidence on nutrition to fight this virus?
So actually, I would say we should realize that 70% of our immunity sits in our gut. Right? And science has shown that setting up your breakfast, setting up your morning with a nutritionally balanced breakfast brings order to your daily eating. A lot of us are sitting at home, we're sitting on the couch most of the day. Most people are not moving. The most important thing is every little while they run into the kitchen because they are hungry. Children are running to the kitchen because their stomachs are calling for food. But at the end of the day, put in the right things and your cravings will become less. And the important thing is the types of food that we eat is important. Your protein, like I said, your healthy fats, for example, your avos, keep these things in your home. And these are things that will last. So it's not every day you need to go and buy something like that. Your lentils, these also have protein in them. Your lentils, your chickpeas, look at these things. They are also, what I'm also aiming at a lot is speaking to people in all spheres of life. Look at budget meals right now, because a lot of people are not earning the amount that they normally get, and there's a lot of fear. But if we set up ourselves for failure, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Set yourself up for success. Planning is half the battle won. Simple things in a home we could put together. For example, your vegetables, if you look at things like pumpkin, if you look at your winter squashes, these are easily accessible. They stay longer if you need to keep them for a week or two. Your potatoes, for example, sweet potatoes, we would talk of that as your complex carbs, your healthy. So carbs, when you have your healthy complex carbs, it what happens is it stabilizes your energy. You're snacking. What type of things are you snacking on? Are you snacking on sweets, chocolates, sugars, crisps? Because if you snack on protein and a complex carb together, it stabilizes your energy, and you won't have that spike and that dip in your blood sugar levels.
Could you explain that? What is the protein and what is the complex carb? And of course, we're going to go out and Google those names now, but just to be simple and understand that, give us a list of some of those items.
Okay, so your protein is if I would talk of protein as in food, as in a main meal, we normally use your chicken, your fish, your lentils, types of those types of food. But if you're looking at food as in snacking, I would look at things like biltong, almonds, cottage cheese, eggs, what else? Paneer for the vegetarians. A little tuna. These are the things, those are your protein components. And then, for example, even your yogurt, you can do well with the yogurt. It's also protein. There's 10 grams of protein in a small container of yogurt. But then the most important thing is your protein complemented with a complex carb. Now your complex carb, for example, it's your sweet potatoes, your carrots, the colors of the vegetables and fruit. Look at all the different types of fruits. So these are slow. You need the complex carbs to break down the protein. And when it breaks down the protein, it gets your metabolism going. When it gets your metabolism going, there's a slow, steady release of energy. And with that slow, steady release of energy, you won't be craving all the time. Your minerals and vitamins, if you look at, most importantly, I always place a lot of emphasis on your omegas. A lot of us cannot eat fish like we need to eat fatty fish. Most days, 30%. How do you get something like this in? Look for a good supplement, something that you are comfortable with, something that you know is tried and tested. Most important, look at the scientific backing behind them. And if you are comfortable with it, you're good to go. We do not consume enough. 75% of the world's population do not consume enough of your vegetables, your fruits. When we were small, if you remember, our mom always used to tell us, have you eaten your fruit and vegetables? And today it's like everything is so fast. It's fast food. And most importantly, children are losing the complex carbs, the vegetables, the broccoli, the lettuce, the cabbage, because they've grown up eating all these meat products only.
Great stuff. We want to get to that grocery list and what to do when you go out there, because as you said, we want to keep some of these items in our house for at least a week, because we don't want to keep going out for essential services. Remember, if you're going to go out, or essential goods rather, if you're going to go out, there's a big risk you'll be bringing COVID-19 into your home, and we don't want to see that. Let's have a look at a beautiful message, actually very motivational as well, from Dr. Mohammed Musaji, and he's an IMA sports doctor.
Greetings, everyone. This is Dr. Mohammed Musaji, a GP and sports physician in private practice and one of the team doctors at Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. We are facing a global pandemic of enormous proportion, and collectively, we need to do all that we can to prevent the deadly COVID-19 virus from spreading. My appeal to all South Africans is to abide by and respect the national lockdown by remaining indoors as much as possible. We need to maintain good hand hygiene by washing our hands with soap and water, and also be mindful of physical distancing. That is, by remaining 2 meters away from each other, specifically when we leave our homes for food and essential supplies. Together, let us all do whatever we can to flatten the curve. Love and peace.
Thank you so much, Dr. Musaji. And quickly, before we go for an ad break, get those pens and papers ready. Could you just take us through a list, Nasima, of when going to the grocery store, because we want to get what we need only and then come back home quickly. You've mentioned potatoes, avos, your lentils, anything else? And also the flour.
For example.
Yeah.
Your winter squashes, look at your gem squash, look at your pumpkins, look at these. These are filling. They are part of your complex carbs. And then peanut butter. Look at the sugar-free options of peanut butter. Another good idea is it's easy to whip up nut butters at home also. If you have the simple things like almonds, your macadamias, just put it into, if you have a nice like a NutriBullet or something, and once you beat it till you see the oils come off, and these are healthy alternatives that you could have. Sweet potatoes, look at your pastas. Look at the brown pastas, preferably it's slow release of energy, and it also has a fiber in it, and it gives you the feeling of fullness. Remember, fiber is bulk. It creates bulk. Some of it is absorbed into your system, and some of them just flow. So you have the two types of fiber. You get this in your green leafy vegetables, in your fruits. Look at extra fibers options if you are not having enough fruit and vegetables. Your nuts, your frozen vegetables are perfectly fine. Oranges, your vitamin C, it is so important at this time to boost your immune system, your vitamin C. Look at eating at least 2 oranges a day, and you don't need to run out for these every single day. Rice, your tuna, you could do your tuna as well. Your legumes, your beans, these are good options. I think if you stock up on these, you don't need to be running around every day. And yeah, the carrots, oats. Oats is such a good option. Even your eggs, it's not things that you need to run out for every single day. So yes, there may be a little discomfort. Sometimes when you need something, it's so easy to go to the shop. But I promise you, so many of us are blessed with, if you open your cupboard, you could pull out something that you could use as an option to what you want. You just need to be creative in putting them together. And yeah, that's your little options. I hope everyone found value from there.
We absolutely did. So Nasima, we're quickly going for a short ad break. When we come back, we get more into some of the interest where people want to know about supplements and possible COVID-19 symptoms, arising. And if you are ill during this time even fasting, because Ramadan's coming up. But more, send through your questions on our WhatsApp line. We'll get you just after this. So we continue our conversation with wellness coach. Welcome back. This is Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. I'm GOUWAH Solomon. So very good message and well wishes that we've received from all of our viewers. We appreciate it. Please do keep them coming. And I have to mention this one. Being positive, although we're through the midst of our lockdown, and this is possibly only the calm before the storm. But he says, I think that when the dust settles, we will realize how little we need, how very much we actually have, and the true value of human connection. So are you connecting with your human being inside of you and the one next to you? So inshallah, take this time and reflect and understand what it's really what that time is really meant to be for. So shukran so much to Dr. Muhammad from Hazardville, who's always very positive and sending us some great questions and advices. But we continue our conversation with Nasima, our wellness coach. Nasima, shukran so much and welcome back. So looking at food safety, people want to know when going out to buy food, do we have to worry about food safety?
Sure, I think it is absolutely essential to worry about food safety. One of the things I think, the other day I was reading something and they said even when you go and buy your fruit out from out and when you come home, leave it for 2 days before, because the COVID-19 virus can be sitting on it for 2 days and then only it dies. You know, there's so much of fear out there, but at the end of the day, I just say take our precautions, use what you have. I promise you, we have so much in our homes. Just be creative in what you do. And the less you go out, the better it is. And just use whatever you can and make the best of it. I like that message that you put, that Dr. Mohammed, I think, sent.
Yeah.
And I think positivity is the key to start your day. That is so important. You know, when you switch on the news, it's COVID-19. It's not all doom and gloom out there. Go out there, create impact in whichever way you can. Go and change a life. Go and make a difference. Make someone smile. That's the important thing. Is become a person of purpose, most important. Focus on the positives, and that's what you will attract at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So looking at South Africa's context, we have HIV and tuberculosis patients. What is your advice for them when it comes to nutrition?
Nutrition for everyone, I think it is one of the most misunderstood concepts where in South Africans, a lot of South Africans, balanced nutrition, that is the important thing that we need to focus on. A lot of us eat, but our bodies require, I think, and we keep on focusing on diets. We need to diet, we need to diet. But when we understand the correct proportion simply of how a plate should look, for example, do you see your different colors? Do you see a pound-sized protein? Do you see a pound-sized complex carb? I don't think we'll ever need to understand more than that. You're enough fruit and vegetables, a colorful plate. You need your reds, you need your oranges, you need your yellows, you need every single thing. And I think if we just stop focusing on, maybe a lot of people have the weight issue, and just start focusing on a balanced lifestyle, I think we'll all be good to go. And for example, speaking about the simple things like your selenium, your zinc, these are important things that we need to take care of now. We need to increase like your vitamin C's and that. But at the end of the day, we can't be eating junk the entire day and run out for a supplement and thinking it's the magic pill to, just put everything right. And your omegas are so important. Your omegas, your fiber, your proteins, your balanced meals. These are what will help you together with an active lifestyle. So your balanced nutrition with a healthy, active lifestyle, it will result in a good immune system.
So what general advice would you give to someone that has contracted COVID-19 and is currently in self-isolation or even quarantine?
I would say give your body the best fighting chance. Give it the best fighting chance through nutrition.
Okay, so let's link up with our video that we have available. And remember, any of the video clips, the advice that you want, follow our Instagram, Facebook page, and also the WhatsApp line. We'll send it to you via the WhatsApp line, which is easiest for you as well. Watch this, how to boost your immune system.
Savannah? All right, let's go to Dr. Mehmet Oz, host of the Dr. Oz Show. I was thinking about this, when you feel a sickness coming on, sometimes you might take something prophylactically, like a zinc lozenge for a cold. Is there anything we could be doing right now? We don't feel sick, but is there something we could do to kind of boost our immune system?
There are things you can do, and I think it's important not just physically but mentally, because we're can-do people. So instead of sitting back waiting for bad things to happen, let's take proactive steps. So today, what should you do? Fruits and vegetables, produce make a huge difference. They enhance our immune response. Vitamin D3, which you get from the sun, and when it's a little warmer, that'll be easy for all of us. For most of us in the northern part of the country, taking some vitamin D3, about 1,200 international units a day is wise. And you know what? Getting the flu shot's smart, because that way, if you feel ill, you know it's not the flu, most likely. Yeah. Still possible, but not. Now, if you do feel ill, what do? Zinc is a great idea. You mentioned it earlier. Vitamin C, but you got to take vitamin C twice a day, because it washes out of your system pretty quickly. Beta-glucan from mushrooms works. And elderberry, which is an older solution, has been shown to shorten the duration of illness if you already have feeling like you're coming down with something. But take action, be proactive, and recognize that we're the firewall, especially the younger, healthier members of society. If we're healthy, we can't pass it to the older folks that John just mentioned are at a higher risk.
Yeah, we were just wondering, I mean, Hoda and I were talking, I'm supposed to visit my mom in a couple weeks. Should I not go visit her if she's in that category of people?
Savannah, if you're, especially over the age of 60 with a chronic illness, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, past cancer, etc., you're at more risk. You're the one who could get into trouble, and it happens pretty quickly. So since you're in a public position where you're exposed to a lot of folks, I would think twice about visiting until we know more about how this virus is handled. In the meantime, things that do make sense. It's daylight savings, messes with our sleep, and sleep is critically important to our immune system. Washing your hands and your fingers, do the Turkish twist. Yeah. Wash this down pretty effectively, and sanitize surfaces, and don't just wipe them down briskly, because that just spreads the virus. You got to get it wet. So spray it or put the wipe on long enough to keep the surface wet so that as it dries, it kills off the viruses. We have a one sheet. We'll put it on the todayshow.com site. I know I gave a lot of information quickly. Take this, use this, post it in your fridge, and share it with people you love, especially older friends.
Thank you to Dr. Oz. He also has a YouTube channel that you can follow, and great advice. One of the most, I think, well-known Muslims, one of the most well-known 100 Muslims around the world. Dr. Oz, follow his YouTube channel. So back to Nasima, our wellness coach, understanding that, we have blended families, we have individuals with allergies and, different tolerances. How do you handle all of that when there is a possible food shortage?
I think one of the most important things is always be prepared. Always be prepared. Like, for example, if we look at the seasons that we're going in now, we know the hot weather, the cold weather, we know the rain in between. And I think most importantly, be prepared every single day to start off with your vitamin for your mind, most important, positivity. I always say vitamin C. Vitamin C you eat, but your mind vitamin, personal development. And these are the things that we need to marry together in our eating as well as the way we execute our daily activities. And bringing in for the allergies in that, we know what certain people can't do. So stay away from that. Look at healthy alternatives of what your body can take in.
Okay, so understanding that we're also social distancing, what other steps can we take to stay well during the social distancing time? Because we are social distancing not just by not going out, we also trying to keep our distance from the people in the household as well for some reason or other.
I think cleanliness is one of the biggest things. Washing your hands all the time in the way you wash it. When I think it's basically cleaning up after what you're doing, making the environment, not only is it about eating, but also making and being around people, socializing in our own homes, making the environment clean enough for everyone, because everyone's on top of each other at the end of the day. It can get, for some people, give everyone their space, let everyone be in their rooms at certain times, connect at certain times. And I think we need to respect each other and give them their little space, because the next best thing, everyone will be on top of each other and you don't know what can happen from there.
Let's talk about people that are most at risk. We've mentioned the TB patients. We've also looked at people with underlying conditions that are most at risk, and the elderly as well.
The most important thing about the people that are most at risk is we're looking at the TB patients, we're looking at the elderly. It's because their immune systems are weak. And like I touched in the beginning, is feed your body good nutrition and your body will respond. Your body is a machine. At the end of the day, put in good and it will give out good. And what we generally try and do, we eat all the wrong things, and when something happens, then we press the help button. By then the damage has been done already. So I think it's about a balance in life generally, not only for the old people, but for every single person. Practice balance and with when you're eating properly, you're practicing your balance, you're giving your body this fighting chance when you top up with a supplement, your zinc supplement, your selenium supplements. Because at this time, not only because of COVID-19, but generally when it comes to winter, a lot of us will use immune boosters. So you top it up with the good food that you're putting in your body. And for me, it starts off at breakfast every single morning.
Okay, we talk more on nutrition with wellness coach Nasima just after the short break. Please do stay with us. Welcome back. This is Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. And in every show, we have an insert of an NGO, an organization that's doing some great work during this trying time for those people who need help. We speak to Khalid Vauda from CAN, that is short for Community Aid Network. Assalamu alaikum to you, Khalid. Khalid, are you with us? Okay, we're going to try and get Khalid back on the line, but to note that this is one of the organizations that does some brilliant work. They're not an established organization. When I contacted them, when I found out about the relief that they offer, they said, listen, we're just a few guys that came together and we found that this community needed assistance, that individual needed help, and we part of the essential services on the road, and we're networking with others that can help out. They don't have any bank details, but there is a telephone number that you can call if you'd like to donate towards the Community Aid Network. It is 083-284-7867. We will put that number up again. Khalid Vauda from CAN, Assalamu alaikum. You're back with us. Khalid? Khalid, are you with us? Khalid Vauda? Okay, so let's get back to Nasima as we try and get hold of CAN to find out what the organization is all about. And do support if you get any messages, any contact details. You may verify them with the necessary protocols, but please donate generously to those individuals as they are out there helping those that actually need assistance during this time while you're in the luxury of the comfort of your home and sometimes have full cupboards and fridges and everything. So Nasima, wellness coach, welcome back. Can we quickly touch on people that is, afraid of malnutrition? There's a question on possibly knowing, how do you know if you could be malnourished at this time, or possibly taking care of somebody that is malnourished?
Okay, so basically, if someone is malnourished, one of the important things that we need to look at is look at our basic foods that are available to us. Look at simple things. For example, your protein, I've spoken about it earlier, your lentils, things like your beans, things like, give them something nourishing. Even things like, for example, your milk, your rich full cream milk, something like that for someone that is malnourished. It could give them a bit of energy as well. And at the same time, your vegetables, your fruits, the more of these that they can eat, your spinach, your chicken livers, for example, these are the things that your iron, when you need iron, you can give them these and it will give them energy as well. Hydration is also an important part at this time. We must remember to be hydrated. I think a lot of us, we forget, especially with the weather at this time, it's it's not conducive to drinking so much of water. And I think when we do it intentionally, set your water aside for the day. It's a reminder for you to drink it all the time. And yeah, I think that Mo covered the exercise part, which was also the part of building a healthy immune system. One of the other things that I wanted to touch on is your antioxidants. And antioxidants also come in from your vegetables, your fruits, and different ones have different requirements and they work differently on your body. Mm-hmm. And why do we need antioxidants? If you look at like oxidative stress, for example, your smoke, your pollution, these all weaken our immune systems. So it's important that we get these in the required quantity. Look at, like I said again, the simple ones. Look at the carrot, look at the beetroots, for example. Look at your berries. These are the complex carbs that we should be using. Your fiber plays such an important part. Fiber is basically the broom of your tummy. And because in today's society we are so used to eating protein-rich foods, processed foods, we forget that fiber is one of the most important part of our digestive system. And over the years of wrong eating, we eat wrong food, and your linings of your gut are basically like a cement. They become hard, and people struggle with, with bowel movements, for example. Eating the right vegetables, eating the right fruit in the required quantities on a daily basis not only helps with malnutrition, but it also helps in creating this balance of your gut, cleaning out of your gut, and you need a clean bowel movement. So you need to eat your fiber all the time.
We need to wrap up, Nasima, and you mentioned hydration just a few minutes ago, and that was going to come up with regards to water. How much water are we meant to take? And people wanting to know their water, their tea, herbal teas, does that count as their water intake for the day?
It does count as your water intake for the day. Whatever liquid you have in does count for your water intake for the day. But on average, they say drink 6 to 8 glasses water a day. Sometimes I feel it's not a one size fits all. Some people need more water than others. Some people are smaller. Some people are huge. So the rule of thumb for me is for every 30 kilos you weigh, look at a liter of water.
Okay, sure. Okay, that's a good guide. Quickly, Dr. Mohammed, shukran so much from Azadful. He suggested mom's chicken soup, little salt and pepper, very good, some ginger, fried butter oil instead of, the other oil that we actually use, low carb and high fats. And also intermittent fasting, your opinion on that?
Intermittent fasting, my opinion on that, we know what fasting does for your body. So at the end of the day, there's a lots of things, people doing different diets. I think it's more a personal option. And like some will say, okay, don't use fat. Some will say use your ghee. Some will say you don't use, it's a personal option for everyone. But I still feel old is gold. Our grannies and our moms used to use the ghee in the food instead of all the processed stuff that's going around these days. Even your coconut oil is important. These are all heavy fats, and like you said, Dr. Mohammed said.
Oh. Not too sure what happened there, but as she said, stick to the old and the rich foods. Those are your fats that you need to include. So we need to wrap up.
I got lost there for a bit. But so look at our old-fashioned ginger soup. I actually forgot about that. Thanks for that reminder. Make it in huge, like in a big pot, and the entire family could even snack on it in the day. Why not?
Okay, unfortunately, that's where we have to leave it. Nasima, shukran so much for your time. And quickly, before we do end off, we would like to highlight this organization, which is a mosque in need. And as I said, try and find what organization you can donate to. And this being one of it, it is a Masajid Imams Development Program. Please do take down those bank details. If you'd like us to send it to you, we can send it via WhatsApp. They need your donations as well. The masajids are apparently closed during this time, unfortunately, and they're not getting the necessary funds and donations from individuals. So please donate, find your local masajids and donate towards their efforts. They still need to pay their bills, find their bank details and donate generously. Unfortunately, that's where we have to leave it for today. today. Shukran so much for your time. Remember that WhatsApp line, save it. And anything that you have missed on the show today, we'll send it off to you as per your request. Follow our Twitter handle as well as our Instagram and email healthmatters@itvnetworks.tv. Tomorrow we talk about testing. Stay tuned. Wassalamu alaikum and goodbye for now.